My name is Marty Bird, and my topic today is media training, how to make you a better spokesperson for the Indiana Farm Bureau. I've been with Farm Bureau for about a year in the Information and Public Relations Department, and previous to Farm Bureau, I worked in the broadcast media for about 6 years, most recently with Fox 59 WXIN as a news photographer. And during those experiences at Fox 59, I was able to experience a lot of people who were prepared for a television interview and a lot of people that weren't very prepared for a television interview. In my present job, I also look for people that are prepared for Farm Bureau Reports, a video newsletter that I help produce, and we're always on the lookout for someone who is prepared for a TV interview. I'd like to talk to you all today about 3 things. One of which is how to react to a media inquiry. Should they call you or knock on your door, how will you react when they come calling? The second thing is how to react in a positive way when the media might be approaching you about a negative subject. The third thing is I will try to relate some real-life stories from my experiences to educate you on some of the tactics that the media might have. How will you benefit after my speech today? I want you to become more informed and more educated on the media so you don't have a bad feeling about the media. I want you to be more comfortable and know what to expect if the media might call you for an interview. I might even persuade you to write a letter or to say yes the next time a newspaper, radio, or television facility might call you for an interview. I can relate a funny story as a news photographer. You always had to watch out because I would arrive at an office or a scene where we would be conducting an interview, and say we were interviewing David here. I would set the reporter down, I would set my camera down, I would put the microphone on David, I'd set up the lights, and all during this time David might be talking to the reporter might be asking him a couple questions, and I was still kind of busy setting up my camera, and little did David know that the reporter was asking him questions that were directly related to the story that we were going to tell on the news that night. About this time, the reporter would turn around and say, "Marty, are you rolling tape yet?" And I would say, "Yes, I'm ready to go. I'm rolling." But what David did not know is that I was rolling the whole time. As soon as I set that camera down, I was rolling tape. And that night, we would probably use the idle chit-chat that we captured on camera. The lesson that you learn from that, the lesson that you learn from me, and what I want you to know is that the tape is always rolling. Nothing is off the record to the media. If one of your friends who's a member of the media says, "Well, this is off the record," that's not true. Everything is on the record. First thing, how to react to media inquiry. If they come knocking on your door, if they call you on the phone, you want to say, "Yes, I'd like to give you an interview because I'm the expert on this subject." If you need some more time to do some research on the topic, then it's perfectly fine to take some more time and ask if you can call the reporter back later, and you can do some research, you can read the paper, and you can be more informed on your subject. I have a couple of interviewing tips here on the overhead that I'd like to share with you. 3 very important tips. If you're involved in a television interview or radio interview, what you want to do is listen to the question and use part of it in your response. Very important. It just enables you to have time to think about the answer. You are the expert on the subject, but you have to be aware not to use technical jargon in your answer. Your audience is anybody who might be watching TV or anybody who might be reading the newspaper. Even though you are the expert, you have to be aware not to use technical jargon. The third thing is get to the point off the top. When the reporter asks a question, you need to get to the point right away. Don't need to ramble on. You just need to get to the point, because what the reporter is looking for is a sound bite. And if I might define sound bite, a sound bite is the portion of the interview that the reporter is going to use. He might interview you for 20 minutes, but of that 20 minutes, only 20 seconds might be used. Most of the interview is information. What are the benefits of being a good spokesperson for the Indiana Farm Bureau? Well, obviously, if you're well prepared, you'll be a good representative for a Farm Bureau. Your views will be respected, and you'll feel comfortable towards the media. In conclusion, I'd like you to remember the story that I began with. The tape is always rolling. You can trust the media, but you have to remember the tape is always rolling, and there is nothing further from the truth as this is off the record. Thank you very much.